What's up YouTube, Ashtech here, and today we are going to be talking about the iPhone X. Boom! Let's go! Alright, so as you guys know, the iPhone X came out recently, and so we're going to be doing a bunch of videos on it. Camera tests, Face ID tests, every test that you can possibly imagine. We're going to be doing it on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed so you can catch that later. But for now, let's just focus on the core features of the iPhone X and the general setup and unboxing. So right here, we got the iPhone X in front of us, so let's go ahead, crack it open, see what's inside. Alright, designed by Apple in California. Wow, amazing. So obviously you got the general information that comes with most phones, iPads, all that stuff in the opening of the box. But under that, wow, we got the iPhone X. And does that look amazing? So we're just gonna take it out real quick, just like that. Knock over a couple things, but right here, we got the phone, and wow, does that look amazing. So we have the silver version right here. It also comes in the space gray, but with the silver, you're getting the phone with the silverish back and got the aluminum finish around it, which gives it a really nice shiny look, which other phones didn't get. And now with the new glass back, you have that whole thing going for you. So you got the wireless charging, which we'll delve into later, but for now, let's take off this wrapping. And there we go, the iPhone X. Now you guys may be noticing that I'm calling it the iPhone X, and that's just because I've completely given up on trying to say X and 10, because you know what, at this point it's indistinguishable. People are gonna be calling it the X, people are gonna be calling it the 10. So I'm gonna switch it around in this video so everyone will be happy, and we'll just keep going from there. But as you can see, glass back, we definitely wanna cover that up. So before we do anything else, we're gonna go ahead and put a silicone case on it. Now you can pick one of these up for about $40, and this is Apple's brand itself, so you know it's gonna have the quality that you expect. So why don't we go ahead, take that phone off, and just pop it into that case. Wow, nice and simple. Looks amazing, and it's protected, so we're gonna be good if we have any backdrops for now. Obviously, the best case scenario is you don't drop it at all, but just in case, I definitely recommend before you even go ahead and open the phone, you definitely get a case for it, because that is a very fragile back. As you might have seen on like a CNET review or something, a drop test, they crack very easily. Definitely get a case. All right, so moving on, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the phone just by holding onto the power button. So that's one thing that stayed the same during this whole thing. And you'll get your Apple logo turning on. So we'll wait for that to turn on. While we wait for that to turn on, let's talk about what else is in the box. So you're gonna obviously get your wall adapter, your little thing here, and you can just put that aside. This phone does support fast charging in some capabilities, so I'm not sure why they just went with this brick instead of giving you a fast charging one. Probably a cost issue, but it does. So if you want to go ahead and pick up a fast charging brick, you can definitely do that. You also get the general headphones that come with it, with the dongle that comes on the back, so you got that going for you. And finally, a lightning cable to finally end out the rest of the box. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the phone. So we're gonna go ahead and start on the setup. And so you guys can follow along, I'll put it up on the screen here. So right here we got the iPhone screen, and you can already see how amazing this display is, completely corner to corner except for that notch, which again we will go into later. But for now, let's go ahead with the setup. So to start, you're just gonna swipe from the bottom up, choose your language, your region, go into quick start, but we'll probably start this up manually. So I'm gonna click setup manually. Choose a Wi-Fi network. So we're gonna go through this whole process, zoom ahead, and come back to you with the important stuff. Now, one thing that you may notice when you try to start up your phone is it might give you an activation issue problem. So it's gonna say something along the lines of you might wanna connect it to iTunes, or you might wanna just wait a couple minutes and try again. And the reason for this is because a lot of people are gonna be activating their phones right now. The server's gonna be overloaded. So it's definitely gonna take some time. So don't get frustrated, just try it a couple of times and it'll work. Now that we got our general setup done, it's gonna ask us to set up our Face ID. All right, so there's been a lot of negative things said before about the Face ID before it came out, how it was just an excuse and how Touch ID is so much better, but honestly, I kind of like it. Now I'm gonna throw it up on the screen, this activation real quick, and it's really one of the easiest things to activate. All you gotta do is get your portrait in front of the camera like that. It's gonna tell you to get within the frame so that it can do it. It's gonna tell you how to direct it, move a little lower, so on, stuff like that. And once it gets to a general area that it likes, it's gonna pull up this circle thing. Once you do that, you're just gonna move your head in a circle like so. And right there, that's one scan completed. So it's gonna ask you for 2 scans. So we're gonna do it one more time, just going up, around, so it gets the whole face. And just like that, Face ID is now set up. Just as easy as that. And that's gonna give you your unlocking for the rest of your iPhone X/10 career. And obviously it'll ask you to create a password for you to use too, just in case the Face ID doesn't work. So we're just gonna do that real quick. And now we are good to go. So you have an option now to restore it from iCloud backup and stuff like that. Obviously that's your own choice on what you want to do. I personally like to set up a phone as new when I get a new phone. I feel like I clutter too much on my old phones. So it's nice to kind of set it up as new. So we're gonna go ahead, set up the Apple ID and get back to you when we get into the phone. Now when you get to this section, it's basically going to be giving you a tutorial of all the new gestures that you get with the new iPhone X, because as said before, the Touch ID, the home button, all that's gone, so you have a completely new way of navigating through the phone. And honestly, it's a pretty simple method. It's fairly basic gestures to remember. So once you go through all that, you are in your new iPhone X. So now that we got the iPhone X all set up, we're going to go into a little bit of the uses of the phone. So obviously, the first thing we're going to start with is Face ID. So we're going to see how easy it is to actually unlock it through Face ID. So what we're going to do, just tap on the phone and it's already unlocked. So all you got to do is, you can check it through there, you can just swipe up to see that it's unlocked or stuff, and you get right into the phone. So just to do an example, I'm going to come around to the camera and you're going to see it live just like that. So as you can see, right now the phone is locked. Right now, nothing is looking at it. It won't unlock because nothing is near it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna position my face right on it now, and just like that, look at that, already unlocked. Pretty amazing. So all you gotta do now, go to your bottom of the screen, swipe up, and you're in. And the best part about it is that you don't even have to wait. So that little lag I did there while I waited for it to unlock and then swipe up, you don't even have to do it. You just have to open your phone, do that, swipe up, and you're into your phone, just like that. And it's really easy, really simple. You can actually change how easy you want it to be based on a setting that's in your phone. There's a setting where you have the option to turn it so you have to be looking directly at the phone for it to unlock. So that's a little bit more secure, but if you're going for the more easygoing one, which is what I like to do because it's pretty secure anyways, you can just use the normal settings and it'll just unlock whenever it sees your face, which is pretty good. It also has safety standards that we're going to completely test in the Testing the iPhone Face IDs video that we're going to do soon. So make sure you're subscribed so you can catch that. Moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about everyone's new feature other than the display, and we're talking about Animojis, of course. So let's talk about this real quick. A lot of people don't like the Animojis, think it's a waste of time. I would kind of agree, but it is fun. They don't really add much features for it, but it's definitely entertaining to do. So real quick, we're just gonna pull up a little Animoji kind of thing going here. So right here, you can see us using the poop emoji. You can see it's mimicking the face pretty well, and that's pretty awesome. So you can see how it's kind of entertaining, but it doesn't really add that much functionality. But you know, who cares? It's Animojis, it's cool. You can have a talking poop emoji, whatever. Okay, moving on. One of my favorite features with the new iPhone X is the fact of security on your lock screen. So with Face ID, you now have notifications come onto your lock screen like always, and you remember how you used to have the setting where you can only have the title of the thing display? Well, now that is always on, and the way where you get more information is just by looking at your phone. So you can have it, so I'm looking at my phone, it's looking away, it says iMessage from this person. However, when I go look at it, it's gonna show me the message if I have that setting turned on more fully because it knows it's me looking at it, which is amazing. It's give you a whole new ease, security, all that convenience. So that's a pretty cool feature too. Now, of course, we have to talk about the display. So this phone is rocking an awesome corner to corner bezel-less display, except for that notch, of course. And the issue is, does the notch really make a difference? In my opinion, no. Seeing through the notch is pretty easily. You often get used to it within the first couple minutes and it's not a big deal, and it's definitely a good trade-off for getting a full bezel-less display with still added security features. Now, obviously this is gonna be a short video because I wanna save all the important, all the tests, all the other information for the future upcoming videos. In fact, this weekend we are gonna be doing a real day in the life of the iPhone X, where you're gonna be following along with me on an average day, maybe a little bit of excitement added in just for fun, but we're gonna be doing that so you can see how the iPhone X holds up in battery capability and all those things. So make sure you stay tuned this weekend to check that out. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, a comment below, and make sure you are subscribed. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links for those are gonna be in the description below, so make sure you check those out. We got a lot of cool tech information, and you'll be the first to know about upcoming videos and when they're posted, so definitely check that out. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your iPhone Xs. Peace.